I had a few people asking about adding a brick wall into their design. Now, I understand that the image I took from Google is a little bit blurry. This is just for a quick demo sake. You can, if you want, use the background. It's like doing that for drawing on top of. That's an eraser. But if you wanted to draw right onto the background into your design, you could do that on its own layer. You could also have, and I'm just using a picture that is already on Procreate, one of those artist pictures. I did not draw this. I wish I did. But you could have the two layers with your image on the bottom, the brick wall on top, and then if you go over to the options here on the individual layer and go to overlay, and then drop the opacity down, I'm going to say like to 25%. You can see that you get that brick texture just ever so slightly through your image, and it really doesn't affect the color too much. It's gonna, because I used a red brick, make it a little bit warmer. In some areas a little bit more red, but overall it doesn't add too much texture or design to it. So that's one option. Or again, you can just leave the layer as is, and then I can come in here and maybe I'll do some drawing right on top of this and make this my wall. You could also do the same thing. Oops, did not mean to hide that layer. You could do the same thing and overlay your image here and play around with that opacity if you wanted to, so that you still get that brick texture underneath. Let's do like a jellyfish. Woo. Super high technical work right now, but you get the idea. So that you see that brick without it, being too flat. It's totally a preference. You don't have to have that if you don't want to. But the overlay is going to help give you that same texture underneath. It will adjust the color a little bit, so be warned. But that's an option if you want to add that brick texture to your design. But I would like you to make sure that you're using like a rectangle shape. It could be horizontal or vertical. And I do want to see you fill that whole space. So please go back and make sure that you're really playing around with it. One of the things that street artists often do is outline their work so that it has more of a graphic feel to it. So going back with a black outline or colored outline along your pieces, if you look at some of the examples, especially the ones by John Stommel and his partner, they do this outline around all of their floral and character designs, and it really helps it give that graffiti-esque pop to it while keeping it an image or street art style. If you have questions, let me know.